Hey there, this is Lost. Today is an exciting day because we welcome the new Comodo update. Now, with this update alone, it's so huge that I will not be covering all in one video. I will be breaking them down into several videos for different purposes. Now, in this current video, we will be looking into what are the new maps, new monsters, and new cards that has been added to the game. And of course, some other changes that has been made by the developer to enhance our gameplay. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so first up on the list, we will be looking into the new maps which I've actually explored earlier on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new maps including the Comodo town itself. So let's take a look at what are the monsters that we have in this map called, well, what is this? Saint Domain East, well, whatever. We have 4 mobs over here, namely this looks like a penguin called Regular. Okay, Regular, what is the card that is dropped by this monster is PvP final magic damage reduction 3.5% and 14% max HP, and this is a shoe card. Again, this is something I am personally very looking into because I will want to have more damage reduction in PvP, and of course getting more HP up as compared to just having 20% HP but lesser damage reduction, because in PvP I felt that having more defense or having more damage reduction helps a lot more than just having more HP alone. Okay, so but this is magic damage reduction. I'll probably look into physical damage reduction, but again, this is on a personal preference. And next we have Sea Otter. Sea Otter, this is a accessory card. Now this is a stun resist and a curse resist card with a 33.6% each. So again, this is something very useful for PvP or sometimes in PvE as well, because some mobs do stun us. So getting stunned by monsters will deter us from killing fast enough and also endanger ourselves to actually being killed by the mobs. So having stun resist is good. Of course, in the previous edition of this is the Mermaid card, which only has 30%, so we still need a Dark Blinder to add it up to a max 100%. But of course, as the game goes on right now, having just 100% stun resist or any kind of resist isn't enough anymore, because there is resistance reduction that comes along with the skill debuff. So Sea Otter card having 33.6% or any other cards that has resistance is clock at 33.6%. Having 3 of them will actually clock way above 100%. So that additional margin will allow us to offset the resistance deduction from skills or from other like shadow equipment skills effect. Okay, so this is a very nice card that I will personally farm probably. Yeah. Again, we have a Seal card. This card is gonna be very demanding because it is a 14% physical penetration and it's a weapon card. So no need much of explanation on this. This card will be very useful because monsters in Comodo Island has really high defense. Really high defense. So if pen build classes are not having at least 250% penetration, either physical or magic and above, is gonna be having a hard time farming in this new map itself. So this is something gonna be very demanding by many people, by many classes as well. So the next one is Galapagos. This is like another penguin again. Final crit 14%. Final crit 14% is an accessory card, so this is more towards the crit build classes for accessories that can replace the previous cards that is clocking 6%, right? So that is for the first map. We have 4 monsters here. Next is a Comodo beach. And what do we have? We have shellfish. And shellfish is the first monster that we see over here that is for elemental enhancement. It's for weapon card. So again, this card is going to be heavily farmed by many people because there's so many classes that is using fire. The knight, the ranger, and of course some of the wizards over here that will be using fire. Because if you have not farmed enough Phenomena card, this is a good add-on to your collection of cards to help you rack up more fire percent. Okay, and this monster is a small monster, so relatively easy to farm. And next we have a Esther. Okay, let's see what's the card. Ghost and Poison. So this will go very well for the assassin class. Next is a Crab. Crab is Magic Pen 14%. Now this is a card that I personally will want to collect 5 of them. Yes, 5. So I can slot all 5 into my weapon, and that will actually give me a lot of boost in my magic penetration, because as a two-handed warlord, we are very at a disadvantage of penetration and magic damage bonus as compared to our one-hand counterpart warlock or wizards. Their weapon can actually boost out a lot more, and then add on with some other cards and also shadow equipments and sometimes even accessories. But for the two-handed, yes, we have a advantage of having more haste, but that can be easily achieved by getting cards as well, and also having the right accessories. But more importantly, as far as damage is in concern, we are really in a huge disadvantage whereby our weapon doesn't comes with penetration and magic damage bonus. So our build up is going to be very different and very hard to achieve, but of course the challenge is there, and that's what makes it fun for me. So again, this crab card, I'm gonna get it 5 for myself, and I'm gonna change it and see how much more damage I'll be dealing when 5 cards are added into my weapon. Okay, so this is next. Merman, what's your card? Shoe card. Yes, PvP final physical damage reduction and 14% HP. So this is the card that I would love to have in my Murphy set. Okay, I will probably get 1 physical damage and 1 magic damage reduction, but I'm still skewed towards the physical damage reduction because on the field, in KVM, there's more physical class than magic class. So having that physical reduction is going to be a lot more helpful, and having 14% more HP, 2 cards, that means 28% and 7% more damage reduction. So this is very sweet. Okay, so that is for Comodo Beach. Now we'll go to Zenhai Marsh. So what do we have here? Number 1, Trijoint. This looks like an insect. Yes, it's an insect. Okay, so this is a water and wind attribute card. So the one-handed wizards will be needing this in their weapon. Okay, I think in the entire game, only one-handed wizard will use wind cards, water wind cards, and some of the two-handed as well. I do know that some of the two-handed warlocks are using wind cards because the farming skills are pretty much focused on water and wind. So I understand that stacking up more wind attribute will actually help a lot in the farming, so that will be more efficient. Okay, then next is Narrate is, where's the card? Okay, headgear card with 14% physical damage bonus. Well, another card that doesn't need much explanation. This is something they'll be replacing whatever cards that we have right now in the headgear. It can be a 6%, or maybe some of us are having the previous slime events Benny Maru, right? The Benny card is 8% each, so this can actually replace that. So next is Alligator. Alligator is bonus heal 14%, so this is something maybe the healers or the priest that will be looking forward to this, but I think not many people will actually use this card, so let's do a quick skip. Next is Anolian, another alligator. So again, this is more of the PvE kind of card, I would say. 14% and final magic defense 7%. Sweet. Okay, so that's for Zenhai Marsh. Now we will go to, well, how do I pronounce this? Papuchicha Forest. Okay, Papuchicha Forest. Let's see, we have a Tara Frog. Okay, I've tried this monster. I explored all maps and visited all monsters and also tried to hit them to kill them. So far, I can kill most of it except for one or two. One of them is this Tara Frog because it has reflect damage, and the higher damage they deal, the more reflect damage you're gonna receive. So farming this monster alone is gonna be a very, very tough job. But the card is this. Yes, the card is this. 14% HP and 7% physical defense, which is an essential card for most people. Yet it is so hard to kill. Maybe you need a priest, but even if the priest heal and stuff, you know, the buff and stuff, if you can't withstand the reflect damage from the monster itself, it's not gonna do any good also. So this is something we're gonna find out how can we farm Tara Frog effectively so that we can get the card. Difficult monster, yes. Okay, this is a stem worm. It looks similar to what we have in the previous version. Same thing, gives us freeze resist and now blind resist 33.6%. So we have now seen two of the most largely used resistant card in the game right now, both giving 33.6%. No, so, and these cards are elite cards. That means in our accessory, if we have two slots, and elite cards can be slotted in either one of the slots, be it the normal card slot or the elite card slot, which means having 3 stem worm and 3, is it this? Nope. 3, yes, 3 sea otter, 3 stem worm and 3 sea otter, you will be, or highly possibly be, 100% resistance from stun, curse, freeze and blind. Now this is a bad news for most classes. Yes, and to me, I felt that this is a very bad news for the wizard classes, because if we are built for dealing CC, then what are we going to do when people are having both stun and freeze resistance at over 100%? Well, this is something that we need to find out for ourselves. And okay, next is called Pest. So this is a monster that gives us PvP magic damage reduction card for 420, not the final, but it's for the number defense. Okay, very easy mob to kill. It's fast, it's ugly as well. That's why it's called Pest. Okay, next is a Rogue. As the name suggests, I think we can all agree that without seeing the card, we know which class with it before. Alright, as a rogue, of course, you will be closely related to the assassin class or any class that is critical build. So final crit 7% and critical damage bonus 14%. Okay, so this is for the 4 farmable or monster maps that we have, and of course the last one is the Comodo Island map. So if let's say you would like to give your luck a try on rolling the cards for the new Comodo maps monsters, you can do so by rolling the cards over here, which is already updated in the gacha. Of course, the coins will be a lot more than the previous monsters. Now for the Comodo cards, we will need 960 coins for one roll, so we can have all the cards over here, right? Oh, I think I missed out one map. Yes, I missed out one map that is hidden over here. Comodo Cave. Okay, hidden cave within the Comodo town itself. There's 4 monsters. Number 1 is the Megalodon. Now this monster gives the holy and neutral enhancement. Large mob, really hard to kill. I think in this cave it's all large and medium. Yeah, mostly large monsters. Okay. Megalith. Megalith is another hard monsters, but no, it gives PvP physical damage reduction 420. Okay, next is Gargoyle. Okay, if anyone of you has went to hunt Chimera, this is a very annoying monsters that will deal damage and heal Chimera. Okay, and this monster gives physical reflect damage plus 14%. Nice. The tankers and the reflect build classes, this is something to look out for. And the last one is Stalactic Golem, or Stalactic Golem, whatever it is. It gives final magic damage bonus 14%. This is a card that I will need as well as a magic class. Wizard, Warlock, even Sage, this is something that we will need a lot for our headgear. Okay, so yep, this is all the maps, the monsters, and the cards for the first portion. Now let's go to the part 2. Okay, as we are here in the gacha vending machines, part 2 revolves around all these machines. So we have been updated with higher levels of equipment, which is the level cap of 110. So this is going to be quite a while before we can actually get our hands on it. So this is for the equipment. Next, for the headgear portion, MVP headgear, you'll need 5,000 coins, and there's new addition to it, which is this monocle. Don't really know how to pronounce this, but this is one of the new headgear. I think Dark Crown as well, with resistance to stun, freeze, and petrify. Wow, what? Okay. Now let's look at the mini. We have face bandage and mist doll. Okay, these 2 new minis now is available. Their headgear. I think a lot of people will be gunning for the face bandage because it's the only ice headgear that gives 2 slots. Okay, Valkyrie, no changes. Okay, that's it for the headgear. For the card, we have just seen it before. 960 for the Comodo cards, but now MVP cards has increased as well. Previously it was a 3,000 per roll, now it's a 4,380 for one roll, because Timekeeper and Morok card has been included into the edition, and same thing goes to the mini cards, Chimera and Mistle, the sword, or whatever it is called, is added in as well. Lastly, the Valkyrie also costs 4380 for one roll because our Duke is added. Okay, so that's for the card. So part 3 is regarding the Comodo event. So explore Comodo. This event needs us to burn our Odin in any of the Comodo maps to collect these two items, Broken Dragon Scale and the Fragment. Okay, so these two items are needed to do the exchange for this set of costumes, which is pretty nice, like an explorer costume. And of course, for the materials that we need, upgrade, enchant, refine, etc, etc. And every day we can collect Odin 400 per day during the event. So make sure to click claim to get a 400 additional Odin each day. Okay, so that's part 3. Let's go on to the next part. Okay, part 4, when we are here at Alberta, we will be looking at a new feature or function that is included into the game, but you need to buy something from a crystal merchant in order to do that. What is it? So this is something that I think quite a number of people or players would like to have a try, which is the gender conversion voucher. Cost 35,000 crystals. Okay, and upon buying this, you can visit the gender changing or gender converting NPC in the main town of Frontera. You go right at the bottom, the last one, gender conversion, and you'll be navigated to the NPC, and there you can change from female to male, male to female. Okay, next we'll be looking into Guild Blessing. Now Guild Blessing has an increase in the different stats that we can pump with our contributions. So we can bless ourselves with the new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stats: P-Pen, M-Pen, Hit, Flee, Crit, and Anti-Crit. So the max level, if I'm not wrong, is at level 60, or according to the guild levels that we can go as far as possible. And there's a new function of transfer. So if let's say you would like to transfer any other stats into the current stats, let's say I want to transfer Magic Attack to M-Pen, I will need 27 transfer scroll, okay, which I do not have any right now. If I were to press a transfer, this is a successor script for skill level swapping. Okay, so we need this to be able to transfer any stats. But if let's say you are already in the correct stats that you need it, you probably do not need to transfer at all. We just need to have enough guild contribution and enough Zenny. We just press and max it up. Okay, for the next part, we are here at the Endless Tower. With the addition of new maps, new monsters, and new cards, definitely we are able to exchange it with Soul Exchange. So for the new cards that we are seeing in the game right now, can be exchanged down here. I do not know why is it in Chinese. I think the developer will need to edit this, okay, furthermore. But the new cards are here. So you can see it says Hai Bao Bao Bao, which is the seal card, and then we have other monsters cards that are here, and right now we can have a preview to see what cards that we want. Okay, but we will need to clear level 240 in order to unlock these cards. Okay, I think most of us right now are achieving averagely, I would say averagely, but between 180 to 210 thereabout. So in order to hit 240, we will need a lot of more work. Of course, the whales can hit 240 without any issues, I think. Okay, but this is what is required of us in order to exchange for these cards. Now for the next changes that we can see in the game is this. Upon completing an instance, apart from exiting and then re-entering again from the portal, right now we can just press challenge again and we can re-enter for another round. So this helps us a lot in terms of clearing instance. We can save even if it's just a micro time of exiting and re-entering, but this is actually helping a lot when we need to do multiples run in a period of time, and especially for nightmares, to clear 30 rounds, exiting 30 times and entering 30 times is irritating. So with that one button itself, it's so much more friendly when it comes to instance challenge. For number 8 is yet another event, which is from here, amazing events. You can see that there are 2 events available. One is a free costume, I think we've gone through this before, is to get discounts from ourselves or by inviting friends to help us to slash down the price that we need to pay for the costumes. So this time it is a sailor suit that looks like a baseball costume to me. Well, usually I don't get it, but you know, if you have a lot of friends that can help you, this is something very nice. Okay, next is the Sound of Remembrance. Okay, this is the what we call the music event, where we need to unlock certain disc that is Ragnarok related. Okay, so on a daily basis we have certain quests that we need to unlock. Daily gifts consist of Odin's, clearing our mission boards, etc, etc, and we need to fuse these fragments 5 to unlock 1 disc. So the rewards are unlocking 5 of them, we get this coin, which is for the retro NPC to vote for, to get costumes that is of the past. Okay, unlocking 10 discs, we have the book, which is meant for job changes. Okay, 15, there's another coin again for the costume, and then 20 discs you will get the new elf ear. Okay, so this is, I don't think it is possible for free to play, or I would say possible for us to unlock everything without buying any fragments. Like, it's just not enough, as some of us actually calculated. Alright, so this is the end of the first part of this entire update with Comodo. So what do you think about this first portion that I've just covered? Did I miss out anything? Did I not point out anything? Or what have you experienced so far with the gameplay, since it's freshly updated just today? Okay, so let me know in the comments, and in the upcoming videos I will be covering class optimization. In the previous video that I've made, I've talked about the upcoming changes towards the class skills, and also for Warlock especially, there is a lot of changes made to our skills and also our shadow equipment. So we're gonna take a look at and see how accurate it is from that update. Now in Taiwan, I'm not sure have they already gotten it with the new patch, but for us, yes, we have already gotten it in this Comodo update. So the next video we will be covering that.